Hi guys, today we're going to be reviewing this really popular case for the iPhone 12 Pro Max. This is the Caseology Parallax in midnight blue. Let's get on with the video.
Alright guys, so today we have the Caseology Parallax case, a very popular case. It's been around for a while. This is for the iPhone 6.7 2020. It's funny how they're not mentioning 12 Pro Max, but let me assure you that is for the 12 Pro Max. To be fair, the phone was only launched yesterday, so the fact that they're not mentioning the name is fine. What I've gone for here is the midnight blue. They've got it in different colors, which we'll talk about in a minute. Interestingly as well, at the back, they're not mentioning the claims they had before. To give you a bit of an idea, I had the 11 Pro Max box here from last year. They claim a few things here. They've got, for example, shock absorbing premium material and certified drop tested 26 times. I wonder what happened on the 27th time. If I can get my finger in there, there you go. Pull it up and the product is there. Now, yeah, very no thrills packaging. Welcome to the club. Anyway, so got a bit of a paperwork here and that's the case. It's got a nice pattern inside. It's a bit of a grip sort of pattern here. Very different from the previous case. I'll show you what the previous one looked like so you have a bit of an idea to compare. So this is the 12 Pro Max case for this year, and this right here is the 11 Pro Max version. So as you can see, very different pattern but very similar feel to this year. So yeah, they just changed the pattern. Not sure what that's going to do in terms of difference when charging, but the feel at the back is very similar to the previous years. It's a very thin, extremely light case, which brings me to, we have an important question from one of our viewers which we should address now. How much does this case weigh? By Richard B. Random appearance by the kitchen scales here, 0.41. Thanks Richard B for your question. If you do want to feature on the next video, ask me anything. As I was saying, this has a really nice soft texture, very similar to the previous case from last year. Just to remind you, this is the one in black from the 11 Pro Max, and this is the 12 Pro Max. There are a few differences. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but this case is built in two parts. There's actually this side here can actually come off. I'll do that to the 11 Pro so you can have a look. It sort of, there you go. It comes off. I don't like doing that because I feel like it's gonna bend out of shape and I'm not really sure what the point of doing that is. But yeah, that's the main part of the case. And then they've got this extra hard material on the side. So this 12 Pro Max case is exactly the same as that. But the texture is incredible. I really like, I'm a very fidgety person. So when you're not doing anything special and you're just holding your phone, it's a really nice thing to have that is not just completely flat. It's a nice, there's some dimples here. If you like dimples, this case is for you. This is really nice, and it fit even when you're talking on the phone. On the back, you can just kind of fidget on this really nice texture. It's very nice. On the side is very grippy, as you'd expect. These guys are very popular in the cases world. I don't know if you know this. I didn't know until recently that Caseology and Spigen are related. There's a lot of knowledge, a lot of expertise in the case world. From a color perspective, I went for the midnight blue, which I really like. It's really good. I actually bought the 12 Pro Max in gold. I've got the 11 Pro Max here, so it's not really a good comparison. I like the contrast that it will give against the gold. It's a really good case. I think it will be a good addition to my phone. But let's take it outside so you can have a look in daylight and see what it looks like outside. This case is great value. It currently costs $14.99 in the UK and in the US. I hope that gave you a better idea of what it looks like outside. This is the midnight blue. I've also got the matte black here, and they will have the matte black for this version as well as the midnight green, the midnight burgundy. Actually, it's just burgundy, not midnight. I got the blue because I thought it would go really well, as I said, with my 12 Pro Max in gold, which arrives in a few days. Cannot wait. I mean, this is a great phone, but I'm looking forward to the 12 Pro Max in gold as well. To be honest, I think this color will go well with the blue as well, the new iPhone color, whatever they call it, dark blue, ocean blue, Pacific blue. It's made in South Korea, not China, if that matters to you. It doesn't matter to me. This lovely matte finish on the TPU material here, it's great when it's brand new. It may be a problem in future after you've laid the phone down a few times and got a little bit worn out. It's off the bat is really nice. When you take it out of the box, it's really good. Slightly different here, it's quite flat, but that fidgety dingle situation here at the back as well that I mentioned before. I really like this, and it feels great as well when you put the phone down on it and put it facing down. It doesn't slide around, doesn't bump, it doesn't slip and slide at all. So this box here, as you can see, is just a cutout, and there is a bump, a kind of a raised bump in here. You can sort of feel it. Let's have a look. Right, you can see there, right? The one gripe I had with it before is the branding kind of got in the way of the camera. It looks really cool, and from a distance you might think, oh, that's a little slider thing that might actually cover and protect the camera lenses. Maybe I should register that pattern. Anyway, in this year's version, the 12 Pro Max version, that branding has gone. In fact, the only place you see the branding is the logo right here and on the side, which is nice and discreet. There's nothing, it doesn't feel too bad. The buttons are really good, which I'll get onto it in a minute. In terms of the camera bumper, I think it's nicer. That this is not a real test because I'm putting the 11 Pro Max on it, but when I put it down flat, okay. So I think from a looks perspective, it looks nicer than it did before without the branding in the camera. That's still there. Let's get the GoPro on it. I mean, you can see the reflection moving, right? Who actually does that, right? On a real world scenario, right? You go to a restaurant, you sit down and you go, yeah, this is a nice conversation. Oh, lovely meal. No one does that, right? Okay. So in real terms, it wasn't a major issue before anyway. So I think it looked quite stylish before, but maybe without the branding would have been better. Let me know in the comments, what did you think? You know, do you prefer the 11 Pro Max version that had that little lip towards the camera, or the 12 Pro Max version? Should they bring that back? Should they actually make what I suggested, like a little cover that when you're not using the camera you can slide it and protect the camera lens as well? Not that it gets that much scratched. This is my 11 Pro Max, and I don't think it's too bad after a year of usage. It never really got scratched. But from a style perspective, you might think that, yeah, having a little bit of a kind of a little window that you can close, or a little thing that you swap. Again, another model that I've just created for you, Caseology. Yeah, you're welcome. All right. So the buttons feel really, really nice. They're quite soft and quite nice to press, quite clicky as well. In comparison to harder cases that I've got, for example, the one that I reviewed the other day, the mouse case, is nice too, but it's a bit hard, a bit stiffer to press. I can't really test it on the 12 Pro Max, but I've got the 11 Pro Max here that will give us some idea in terms of the clickiness. You can hear it. It's quite... Oh my gosh, okay, nope, don't want that. If you press the power button really hard, it sends the police around, so I don't want to do that. And there you are, it gives an idea of what it will look like eventually. But yeah, it's quite a nice grippy case, very nice to the touch, very light. It doesn't add a lot of bulk to your pocket either. And something else to point out is, will this work with the MagSafe charger? Absolutely it will, and they do support wireless charging, which is fantastic. You don't need to change any of your gear. If you've already got a wireless charging, you can just place it down and it will charge as normal. And there's lots of videos on YouTube as well that you can see people doing that. In terms of how much dust does it get on this case, I have to say, in comparison to other tougher cases and perhaps heavier cases, it will get a little bit more dust in comparison to other cases that I've reviewed before. But actually, to be honest, it's very easy to remove. It's very malleable, and all you need to do is get a bit of a soft cloth like something like a fiber cloth, and you'll be done. All good. In terms of dropping your phone, this case actually gives you a good confidence that if you drop your phone and you've got this case, it will survive fine on a normal sort of waist high or chest height. I feel comfortable to drop the phone. I wouldn't throw your phone purposely with this case, because it is a little bit thinner than other cases, but very stylish, and I think it will survive many bumps. And also, if you add the screen protector, which I will do, then you will have yourself a very stylish case, nice feel, very grippy, as well as a good screen protector. So yeah, all good. Quite nice and grippy as well. Doesn't really move, doesn't slide around. Not a real test because this is the 11 Pro Max, but it feels like the lip is raised quite nicely at the right position, and doesn't really protrude too much. We'll see what it looks like on the 12 Pro Max when I've got that next week. Another question that I was asked the other day was, do you need a screen protector for the 12 Pro Max? But from what we can see online, this ceramic shield glass that Apple promises seems to be quite easy to get scratched. So my recommendation would be start off, it's a very expensive toy that you just bought. Start off with the screen protector. I will be reviewing, I've already ordered a couple of different options, including from Caseology themselves, as well as some from Mouse, which will go very well with both these cases I just reviewed. So stay tuned on the channel. By the way, guys, if you find this video useful, make sure to check my other iPhone 12 Pro Max videos and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next videos. I just ordered my Pro Max, so I expect lots of more content coming up in the next few days. And on this phone, that will be fantastic as well, right? So check out in the next few weeks, there'll be lots of more content about comparisons with the 11 Pro Max. How to use it, lots of new cases that I'll be trying, and also how to optimize your usage and make the most of your beautiful new iPhone that you just bought.